Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. This is Anna's Aqua Home, and today I have a small project to show you how to make with some fabric scraps. Let me start by saying I used to work at an antique store, and around this time of year it was super cold. It was in a building that was built around the 18th to 19th century, and so it got really cold. The insulating wasn't the best, and so I would take tea bags to work, and I would just make tea throughout the day as a really good way to just heat you up and help you stay warm in the cold. And I had a little tea cozy, basically a little thing just to keep your tea bags in, and I would fill it with teas and throw it into my lunch bag. That was many years ago now. I don't know what happened to that cozy. It's been so many years ago, but I thought about it recently when a friend came in, and instead of getting coffee, they got hot tea, and she had brought her own tea bag. And I just thought about the little tea cozy I used to have and make. So I decided to make one, show you on my channel how to do it. It turned out so well. I used a whole bunch of different scrap fabrics in my colors, so pretty. I made these. You can finish it off with these ties, or even if you just put a button and a little loop, that would work too. So thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you stick around to the end to see my finished tea cozy and how I made it. Got all of our fabrics cut out, and now it's time to sew a few seams before we get to piece this together. So decide which one is going to be your outside fabric and your inside fabric. I'm choosing this as my outside, so I'm going to put that away for the time being. So this is my inside fabric, and then I've got these three. These are going to be the three little pockets that the tea bags are going to go in. So you need to decide what order you want to place these in. Decide which one's going to go on top, bottom. I'm going to go ahead and do it like in this order. So I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to put it aside. We don't need that one yet. I'm going to take the middle one and I'm going to fold it in half and sew 1/4 of an inch seam down this side. The same with the top one. Fold it over, right sides together, 1/4 of an inch seam. We're basically turning these into tubes. And then for this, I've already gone ahead. This is my 1.5 inch by 24 inch piece of fabric. I already ironed it in half and made that nice crease. What we're going to do is we're going to fold both sides in and sew alongside. We're making a nice thin tie loop to tie our little tea bag holder together. So as you're sewing, you're going to just fold both sides to the crease, fold it in half again, and sew as close to this edge as you can. So we're going to go do those, and then we'll be ready to put everything together. We've got our string all done. That is so nice. And then we're going to just turn these right side out and press them down. These are going to make the little pockets for our tea bags. All right. The seam is going to go on the inside so that you won't see it, and you'll just see this outside pretty fabric. All right, this is going to turn out so well. I'm really excited to put this together. So you're going to start with your inside fabric. And we decided this was going to go up top. So about 1.5 inches down. We're going to put this here. Let's go ahead and measure 1.5 inches down. You're going to put that here. And then we're going to sew very close to the bottom edge. We're going to sew it onto here just with a single stitch, and that's going to make that little pocket. So go ahead, sew right along here. First pocket is done. Second pocket, we're going to go ahead and move down about 1 inch from the top of this, and then we're going to sew along here. So our second pocket on. Here we go. We're getting our little pockets. Final one. The final pocket, we're just going to go ahead and fold wrong sides together. So right side out, and put this right here at the bottom. This is going to make our cute little tea bag one. All right, next we're going to take this, our front fabric that's going to be on the outside, and we're going to put it face down. All right, so we're basically sewing everything inside of this, and we're going to leave a small opening at the bottom to turn it right side out. The other thing we have is we have our nice long string, so we are going to put that right inside so that it gets caught in here, but not on any of the sides, just sewn over this side. So we've got a lot of different things sandwiched together, and we're just going to go slow all the way around. I am going to go ahead and pin this right here, and then I'm going to pin, because this bottom fabric is not sewn in, I want to make sure to pin this bottom layer. These two, because they're already sewn onto the backing fabric, aren't going to move as much, but this bottom one definitely has the potential to move. So we're going to go ahead and place some pins there, and now we get to sew around the whole thing. Here's where we stopped. So we're going to leave about 2 inches of an opening, back stitch, and pull this out. All right, let's go ahead and clip these corners. We're not going to clip over where we sewed. We're just going to clip a little bit of the excess fabric so that the corners are nice and crisp and pointy when we turn this inside out. The next step, go ahead and turn this out. Now we get to turn this right side out, and to do that, I actually have a chopstick. Great friends know on my video that they've been watching and said I always mention using chopsticks to turn things right side out, but I never actually have any. So they went and got me a whole set of chopsticks, one in this aqua color. So now I can use that to turn it right side out. So I will definitely be using this in future videos to turn things and get nice crisp corners. Here we go. All right, we have this little area that we need to fold over. We're going to pin that closed. This little cozy is turning out so cute. All right, so we're almost done. What we're going to do is we're going to now sew 1/8 of an inch all around this entire tea cozy. So you want to sew 1/8 of an inch to be sure to catch all of these and make sure they're nice and secured together. And then last thing we're going to do is we're going to do 2 lines going up through the middle, but we'll mark those after this is done. And like always happens, I run out of bobbin right at the beginning of my project. We are almost done. To finish, we're just going to go ahead and sew 2 lines down so it makes kind of like a little book to fold. All right, so I've marked mine with some pins, 3.5 from this side, 3.5 from this side, and I'm just going to sew 2 lines right down to make the binding. And our little tea cozy is finished. Got your little tea bags, slide that in there, fold it over, wrap it up and tie it. This is such a nice gift to keep those tea bags if you're heading on vacation maybe, or just heading out to a party where you know there won't be tea. You can go ahead and take your little tea cozy with you.